My name is Ruben Bravo. I'm a 43-year-old Mexican citizen by birth. I'm here currently deported in the country of Mexico. I'm looking for some kind of exposure on the injustice that I believe was done to me. I have 2 points that I would like to stipulate. The first point is when I caught my case in 1993, I took a plea deal for 14 years plus half. I entered a blind plea because one of the things that they're supposed to advise you on before you enter the plea is the fact that if you're not a citizen of the United States, by you accepting this plea agreement here today, you can face deportation. Had I known that I was going to be facing deportation, I would have exercised my right to a trial. But since I didn't know, I entered applying blindly, which is a blind plea. The other point I would like to stipulate is the fact that my parents took me to the United States when I was 13 months old. When I grew up in the United States, in the Title 8, 1101, 22B, it states that the definition of a national is a person who, although not a citizen of the United States, but owes permanent allegiance, right? That's what I consider myself to be a national of the United States because of the fact that when I was 5 years old, they told me to put my right hand over my heart and to repeat the following pledge, I guess. It's I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Because of that, I believe that it qualifies me as being an American national. Both my parents are citizens. My brother was born over there. It's my only sibling. I educated myself all the way to high school. I got my GED. I've never lived in Mexico prior to being deported. I never pledged allegiance to Mexico. I never went to school in Mexico. When I was in school, they taught me how to speak English, not Spanish. They taught me U.S. history, not Mexican history. I was told that my forefathers were George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Jefferson, you name it. I grew up believing that I was an American. I didn't realize that I was not an American till amnesty came out in 1987, and my parents told me that I had to go file for a work permit. I didn't even work at the time. I was still in junior high. I didn't understand the consequences of not being an American citizen at the time because I guess American citizens have different rights than any other human being on this country because apparently you can be an American citizen and commit a crime and not be excluded from the country, and anybody else is like, no, bye. I think that it's a great injustice. I think it's cruel and unusual punishment on the fact that how are you going to deport somebody to a country that they know nothing of, where they don't have no identity, they have no education, and they have no kind of a resource when they are deported. I was deported with no money. Every other person in the system of California that gets released from prison gets two things. One, they get gate money so that they could have some kind of money, and two is they get offered parole, which is a form of reinstating you into society. They don't just throw you out because a lot of people become institutionalized and they have to learn how to reestablish themselves into society. Me not receiving those two benefits prevented me from being enter society again with some kind of help. When I brought it in front of a judge, the judge says, well, we can't find your plea agreement, but even if we had advised you of the fact that you were going to be deported, you still would have took the deal. But this judge apparently thought that he could think for me or decide what I would have decided in a case where I had an alibi. There was not significant evidence to convict me. I just wish that there was a way that this could be handled to where a judge from the Supreme Court could look at it, because it would help a lot of people that are in the same situation that I'm in. It would help them filter in back the people that kind of have some kind of right. I hope that the right person actually gets to hear this to be able to help not just only me, but any other person that's in my situation. You could reach me at my email at rbravo11@gmail.com, or look me up on Facebook, Ruben Bravo. Thank you for your time.